Our mission is to help you learn the English language. We have created easy-to-follow, free educational materials for those seeking knowledge of English.
Hi, Stephen, take a seat. How are things at work?
It's coming along well, but it is a little delayed.
Can you finish it on time?
I'm pressed for time and I am afraid I need someone to help me.
Okay, I will send Becker to help you. We need to get the brochures done and sent them to our clients on Friday without delay.
Okay, we promise to do it well. Okay, so this is our newest machine. It was only installed last year.
What's the running speed of the machine?
About 1,500 meters per minute. It's one of the fastest in the world. We had a few problems with it after startup, but it's running very well now.
And what's the maximum output?
If we're running at full capacity, it's 160,000 tons per annum. Hey, you have been promoted to president of the department.
All this is thanks to the efforts of my superiors and colleagues.
You are so smart. Your efforts in the success of the plan were outstanding.
I just did what I should have done.
You've got a great personality.
Thank you for your compliments. I will try even harder to repay the company and your support.
I believe you will. I'm very pleased with your work. Your promotion will contribute to the development of the company.
Thanks for saying so.
Could you do me a favor and proofread my resume before I send it out to the Human Resources Department?
Sure. Let me take a look. Personal information, education, experience, training. I think you should add another section for language. You speak 3 languages, so you might as well put that on your resume.
But languages don't have anything to do with engineering. Shouldn't everything I put on my resume have something to do with my field?
Not necessarily. I think people would be impressed by your language abilities. It says something about your level of intellect and experience. Also, I think human resources directors want to see more of a well-rounded person in a resume.
It's just a piece of paper. You think that they can tell if I am a well-rounded person by looking at it?
Well, you're right. The resume is limited in how much it can tell someone about a person. That's why job interviews are important, to let people know the real you that they can't see from a piece of paper. But resumes can be helpful in explaining things and giving a good impression to a potential employer. Hello, is this Anne?
Yes, it is. Kelly?
Yes, it's me.
Do you have a cold?
No, worse than that. I have a flu. I'm in bed with a fever.
Oh, no. What about your presentation today?
I'd like to do it, of course. But I just can't. I'm afraid I'd fall down in the middle of it.
I understand. What should I tell Mr. Morley?
Why not just tell him I'm sick? I'll ring him myself this afternoon.
All right. Have you been to see a doctor?
Not yet. I feel too lousy to go out. Anyway, I have a flu. I know what it is. I don't need a doctor to tell me that.
Do you think you'll be able to come in tomorrow? Or should I call off your appointments for tomorrow too?
I'm not sure yet. Maybe this will all be gone in a day. So it's probably better if you don't call off my appointments. I will call you later this afternoon and tell you what I think.
It's rainy weather today. Maybe it's better if you just stay inside. Make yourself some chicken soup and sleep.
Yes, that's what I plan to do. Except I won't make the chicken soup. Right now I don't think I could swallow more than a spoonful of it.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, I'm very nauseous. It's mostly nausea and a fever.
Well, I'll cancel your appointments for today. And I'll tell Mr. Morley.
Thanks, Anne. Talk to you this afternoon.
Hope you feel better.
This is what my boss is expecting, Sandy. He wants a detailed list of expenses and equipment costs.
That's going to take a while to put together, Paul.
The sooner, the better, Sandy. I don't think he'll sign anything till he's got that in his hands.
I'll get to work on it right away. Anything else?
Hello?
Good morning, Nathaniel. This is Leah calling from the International Student Office.
Good morning.
The reason I'm calling is because Ms. Collins will not be able to call you back until next week.
Oh, I had hoped she would have called me back yesterday.
She's terribly sorry about that. She had to leave the office suddenly and won't be able to return until next week. She hopes you understand.
Is there someone else I can talk to?
She asked me to call you to book an appointment with someone else today. When are you free today?
Any time after 2 p.m. today would be good for me.
Mr. Liu is available at 2:15 today. Will that work for you?
I'd prefer to speak with Ms. Fonda.
I'm afraid she isn't available this afternoon. She has an opening at 11:30 this morning. Will that work for you?
That will be fine.
Okay, we'll be expecting you at 11:30. See you then.
These two sections need to be rewritten, Jerry. The last guy that did this really mixed things up.
Yeah, I could tell that. That's no problem. I can probably get it redone by tomorrow. When's our meeting with the boss?
Not until next week, I think, the 15th.
Then, we've got plenty of time. Could you please tell me how I can go job hunting in the web?
Generally speaking, job seekers can enter the websites either of job agencies or of some units for job advertisements.
How should I contact them?
You can email your application materials for application to the websites of job agencies for enrollment in their database.
Can I get a quick reply from the sites?
Yes, usually it takes a short time, but you have to await the choice of the units for a while.
I'm afraid I've a complaint to make, which is about the goods we ordered last week.
What is it?
I will explain the problem briefly. We found in the examination that 35% of the goods have damaged.
Really? That's something unexpected. You see, all our exports are strictly inspected before shipment. The goods were in perfect condition when they left the port.
Here's the survey report issued by the China Commodity Inspection Bureau. According to the report, the damage was caused by poor packing. Our surveyors also discovered some cracks on the surface of a number of other cases.
Our goods are well examined before shipment. I'm afraid the losses must have occurred en route.
Please look into the matter and solve the problem immediately.
We will check with the parties concerned right away.
Are you ready for your big interview tomorrow?
What's to get ready?
Lots. Have you done any research about the company?
Nope.
Have you updated your CV?
Nope.
Now let me tell you your definite duties in this office, and this is your desk. Please sit down.
I see. Thank you, sir. What kind of duties will I do?
B. Your main duty is to answer phone calls and transfer files to the person who wants them. Is that difficult?
It's easy. Is there anything I can do for you, sir?
Well, I have nearly forgotten. Mr. Green from ABC Company had an appointment with me, but I will be very busy at that time. If he calls, you can tell him the appointment will be changed to next week.
I will leave a memo for you, sir.
I see by your resume that you have just graduated from college. I assume you haven't had any working experience. Is that right?
That's right. I've only had some part-time jobs working in department stores.
Well, experience is not important in this job. We are looking for a man we can train to be a teller. By the way, do you like to work with figures?
Yes, I liked math in school.
We are more interested in finding someone who is alert and quick at figures. Do you like meeting the public?
Yes, I enjoy working with people.
We have very pleasant working conditions, and I think we have a fine staff to work with. You would be assigned an experienced employee to help you. He would be responsible for training you. Have you studied English conversation?
Yes, I had an American tutor for 2 years. I had 2 lessons under her every week. Would I be using English every day as this job?
Yes, many of our customers are Americans, so you would be speaking English with most of them. Do you know anything about various kinds of savings and checking accounts?
No, I'm afraid I don't. I'd be glad to learn.
That's good answer. I appreciate your being frank. Do you have experience in advertising?
Yes, I used to have a part-time job in advertising company.
What were your main duties there?
I mostly did advertising planning.
What qualities do you think an advertising planner should have?
I think an advertising planner should have active thoughts, creative talent, and be sensitive to the changes in the market.
What was the most important thing you have learned at work?
The most important thing I learned was that I must continuously improve my abilities. Advertising is a constantly evolving trade, and creativity is an important fact to success. If I want to make in marketing and advertising industry, I can't stop studying and creating. Can you squeeze me in sometime today?
That's a big order, Jane. I am really swamped.
I know what you're saying, but I have to go over the books with you before I go see our tax guy.
Right. Okay. Let me see what I can do. How about 1:30 right after my lunch meeting? It won't take more than a half hour, will it? Can I ask you what the office rules are?
Yes, do you know the 9 to 5 timetable?
Is it from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock in the morning and 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the afternoon?
Yes, you are right.
May I speak to Mary?
She's in a meeting until noon.
Okay, I'll try her back then.
Okay, thank you.
What is the highest goal of your company?
The supreme goal of ours is to be in the leadership in marketing.
Well, it is a really high target.
Yes. We can make great efforts to make it become true as long as we have a clear goal.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I am a graduate of a technical university and have been employed as a technician with company for approximately 10 years.
Please explain why you are interested in leaving your current position and please elaborate on your technical skills.
I am looking for a growth opportunity, which I feel is not available at my current employer. In terms of skills, I am Microsoft certified in Windows XP and several other operating systems.
Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
I see myself in a management position.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.